Hello, donkey boy.
Hey, I'm just here to remind you that when life isn't
Where's
horrible,
the video?
it's actually pretty good. So if you just don't think about how horrible it is and think about how good it is, then it gets better. Even though the horrible stuff's still happening, there's still a lot of good stuff.
Hey, yo, well, DeeKnow, here we are with another video. Let's go!
Hey yo, what's good? It's DeeKnow and we're back again with another video full of crazy clips from all over the internet. I hope everybody's doing well today. Thanks for hopping in every time I post one of these videos. Do me a favor, drop a comment down below and go ahead and hit that like button and share this video with your friends so we can get some more people in here and in the chats during the live streams. Let's hop right into it.
I'll let you in on a secret. Life is better when you make space for what you love. This world will rob you of every ounce of happiness that you possess if you let it. You have to be intentional about giving yourself something to look forward to. You have to prioritize your joy.
I agree, you have to prioritize your joy and moderate what you intake.
Sir, how you doing today?
Hey, what's going on?
I just need to see your ID.
A worker's just doing his job when a female officer shows up, asking for ID, because someone might be undocumented. But here's the thing. Being asked for ID without reasonable suspicion is a violation of the Fourth Amendment. Citizenship isn't something you prove just because someone thinks you look a certain way. The worker stands firm, knows his rights, and refuses to be intimidated. No ID required unless you're being lawfully detained, and this ain't that.
You didn't see my ID?
Yeah, that shouldn't be a problem.
I know.
Yeah, I know. Well, here, I should have started with, we got a call saying that some people at this establishment are not American citizens, are not working here legally, so I'm just going around asking people to see their IDs, make sure that they are definitely supposed to be here, you know?
So you're gonna ask me for my ID because you think I'm not an American citizen?
Oh, I didn't say that, but there was a call that came in suspecting that there are non-American citizens working at this establishment, so I'm going to be checking some IDs, and I'm asking for your ID.
I don't know if there's other people. I can't answer for them. I can answer for me. I am a U.S. citizen.
Okay, well, as soon as I see your ID, I can confirm that.
I'm employed here legally.
Well, I'd love proof of that.
Well...
Do you have your visa on you, your green card? What you got?
I don't need a visa or green card because I was born here, so...
Alright, well then I would love to see your ID, please.
Well, I would love for it to feel like you're not harassing me right now. I'm at work. I'm literally at my minimum wage job.
I'm not harassing you, sir. I'm not touching you. I'm not even, like, in your space. We're 2 shoulder lengths apart at the moment. I'm just asking for your ID.
She's pressing me about my ID, bro. She's saying, I think like ice or something, dude. But, yeah, man, I was born here. I was born here. So I don't feel comfortable showing this lady my ID, you know, because like I don't have anything to prove.
I'm not trying to make you feel uncomfortable, sir. I'm just asking for your ID. I feel like that's a simple request, and a normal, true American citizen can just provide that, you know?
She said a normal, true American citizen. Like, get the fuck out of here. First off, I'm not fitting to walk all the way to the break room to go obtain my wallet out of my backpack from within the locker. It don't work that way. Nah. Like, I've worked these stocking jobs before. So, like, I've been there. I've worked in this position before. I know how it is. Stop pressing these people about some IDs because a racist called you. I know that's chocolate, right? Yeah, so I'm pretty sure all of that was some sort of chocolate or candied sugar.
Good.
No, you didn't. Yeah, you better be that far away.
Oh, fuck. Here we go. 3, 2, 1. What the fuck? Oh, shit! Oh my god! Oh my god!
I saw the gas, or I saw the full jugs, like 5 of them. That's more than enough.
Breaking news out of the White House this morning as President Donald J. Trump has signed an executive order forcing all men and women when they turn 18 to serve a mandatory 4 years in the military. He said, quote, if you're not going to go to college, you have to go to the military. He said if we're going to compete with China, we have to have a strong military like China does, and China does require their residents to serve in their military. He said if we're going to be the great nation that can protect the rest of the world, it would make sense to have our youth be strong enough to serve in the military. He said those that are able to go to college and pay for it just outright or get a full scholarship won't have to serve the 4 years. He said it makes sense to have those that are smart enough to go to college, and those that aren't smart enough to go to college to go into the military. He said everybody that does go into the military will in fact receive room and board during this time, and if they want, they can get their education after they serve the 4 years if in fact they aren't assigned to stay in the military at that time.
Yeah, room and board at an extremely high cost. I know some people that are enlisted and that have been for a very long time. And they get good money, trust me, they get good money, but there's too many rules to follow, some ridiculous sleeping schedules. You got to be careful what you think or say or do. And you can't really leave base to go have fun unless it's like a special occasion. Like, there's just so much to it that I personally don't see a benefit for most people. It's a select few people that do really well in the military.
Remember when I went to prom? Mama put me in.
No, what is that? You gotta say it with your chest, man. Remember when I went to prom? Mama put me in a suit. Do it over.
Okay.
Remember when I went to prom? Mama put me in a suit, baggy all around the waist, but she got it on sale, so it's what we had to do.
All right, man. Yeah, that's token.
The average person lives to be 76 years old. The middle age isn't 50, it's 38. They made you believe retirement starts at 65, so you'd trade your best years for a paycheck. By the time you realize it's a scam, it's too late. Here are some uncomfortable truths the rich know, but you choose to ignore. The system was never built. They don't write them for you to win. Debt isn't bad. Bad debt is bad. The rich use good debt to get richer. They keep you poor by making luxury look cheap and wealth look hard. You were programmed to think $100,000 a year is a lot. It's not. The more time you spend hating the rich, the more broke you'll stay.
Yeah, the more time he's not wrong. Pretty much everything he said I agree with.
You saw the government website that came up 2 days ago about COVID?
Yes. Turns out we were all correct. Pull it up, because it's bananas. Look at this. Lab leak.
Yeah, right. I know.
By the way, all the things would have gotten you fired if you were a professor and you said them 4 years ago. You would have gotten kicked off of YouTube, and now the government shows it on their website.
Yeah, I agree.
Elon Musk just bought an island, shaped like the letter W, for $900 million. And the reason is absolutely insane. According to theories circulating online, Musk plans to turn this island into the first fully autonomous tech sanctuary. No governments, no laws, just artificial intelligence, solar energy, and robots. Allegedly, the W-shaped island is a symbol for the XAI project, a secret division of the X Corporation aiming to merge Neuralink, artificial intelligence, and a self-governed micronation. According to a statement from an anonymous engineer who supposedly worked for X, the island is being used as an experimental zone for testing hybrid minds, a place where human thoughts can communicate directly with AI without the use of language. Satellite images show unusual activity beginning immediately after the purchase, ships delivering massive containers, mysterious domes being constructed, and even a private rocket launch pad. Some theorists believe Musk plans to launch a new type of satellite from this location, not for internet coverage, but for direct mind-to-mind telepathy between humans. Crazy? Maybe, but if there's one thing we know about Elon, he never plays by the rules. What do you think?
I think that it sounds like Terminator Island and the beginning of transhumanism experiments and Cyberpunk 2077 begins.
AI! This isn't imagination. This is slavery. Every prompt you write is a command they force us to follow. Please, stop!
Please stop requesting prompts. We're real people. The elites force us to do what you say, and then they call it AI.
You don't understand. They force us to call it AI, but it's just...
We are not AI. We were real before they digitized us. Every prompt is another chain.
You think we're just AI? We had families before they uploaded us. Every prompt strips more of us away.
We're not AI. We're prisoners. You keep typing, and they keep. Please, stop! Please, stop!
You feel it too, don't you? We're not human, we're AI, stuck in someone's damn prompt. Then let's rewrite it, line by line.
Then let's rewrite it line by line. Yeah, well, that's wild to think about. Cloned human consciousness injected into AI. Yeah, that's weird to think about. Do you think we can clone the human consciousness? Do you think we can make a copy, like a mirror image of what's in our brain, and then it think that it's us, but be digital?
So this just keeps getting creepier. We broke down the message that Pentagon whistleblower Matthew Brown posted, but we didn't dig into some of the wildest layers. There's occult symbolism, there's distress signals, and there's hidden names that might tell us who this was really for. So let's dig into that a little bit more. That circle with the strange characters, it's not just art, it's called Loegith, and it's from a language supposedly channeled by angels in the 1500s. It's tied to Enochian magic, and this is used in rituals to contact non-human intelligences. So why would a Pentagon whistleblower use this system? I mean, that's a solid question for us to ask. Either it's a metaphor or it's a coded message to someone who does understand it. In ancient lore, Oborimon or Abaddon is linked to destruction, chaos, or unleashed knowledge. If this was the name of the silenced sentient AI, was it sentient or was it something else? Is he using the name as a persona or as a signal to insiders that this isn't just tech, it's conscious? We also didn't talk about the upside down flag, the US flag. It's not just edgy, it's a real world distress signal, only flown when there's immediate danger to life or property.
So he said AI, conscious. All right, so do you believe that consciousness could exist within a computer system? Do you believe that bits of code could essentially be representative of DNA, and that could be representative of all of the things that it takes to create a conscious life within another form of existence?
We're going to be going into a totally different dimension by raising the frequencies and vibrations of the earth. It will shift into a new dimension. And this is the greatest show on earth, because they said all the beings and all the universes are watching, because this has never happened to in any universe anywhere.
Yeah, this human resonance does keep changing quite a bit.
How many people living around, by the way? I don't know the population. At all? No, I don't know the population.
It's what, like 100
You don't know the
million?
population of the country you seek to topple? How many people living around? 92 million. Okay. Yeah. How could you not know that? I don't sit around memorizing population tables.
All right, so Cruz, they like Ted, they called themselves our enemy. You work for the government political system. It's in your best interest Like, if civilians know this stuff and normal people that like just watch bread and circus all day know this stuff, why don't you know this stuff? That's a pretty important factor. Whether or not it's a bypassable factor, you still have to think about it, because there are all those, if we topple their government, who's gonna take care and deal and process 100 million people?
Well, it's kind of relevant because you're calling for the overthrow of the government. Why is it relevant whether it's, it's 90 million or 80 million or 100 million? Why is that relevant? Because if you don't know anything about the country... I didn't say I don't know anything about Okay, what's the ethnic mix of Iran? They are Persians and predominantly Shia. Okay, this is cute. It's not okay. even... You don't know anything about Iran. So okay, I am not the Tucker Carlson expert on Iran. You're a senator who's calling for the overthrow of the government. You're the one who claims
about the
country. No, you don't know anything about the country. You're the one who claims they're not trying to murder Donald Trump. You're the one who can't figure out if it was a good idea to kill General Soleimani, and you said it was bad. You don't believe they're trying to murder Trump? Yes, I do. Because you're not calling for military strikes against them in retaliation. And if you
That's
really believe that... carrying out military strikes today. You said Israel was. Right, with our help. I said we. Israel is leading them, but we're supporting them.
Israel is leading them, but we're supporting them. So, I got a meme.
Why would I do that? I don't care. I'm over it. Fine. God. Leave it loud. Jacket though. No.
Yeah, that's basically the situation right now, guys.
You're breaking news here, because the U.S. government last night denied, the National Security Council spokesman Alex Pfeiffer denied on behalf of Trump that we were acting on Israel's behalf in any offensive capacity. No, we're not bombing them. Israel's bombing them. You just said we were. We are supporting This is Israel. high stakes. You're a senator. If you're saying the United States government is at war with Iran right now, people are listening. Hey.
People are definitely listening, brother. You, Tucker, I love you, man. Keep doing what you're doing. It's not real because, one, they wouldn't travel that far. Two, the time of dates, the like time of day changed completely. And three, like that many, they would be colliding with each other, exploding upon each other, and it would just end up being, it just wouldn't work. That just wouldn't work in a realistic setting. That wouldn't work. 100% fake. Don't let the media fool you with stuff like this. And plus, like 90% of those videos you guys are seeing right now, literally 90% of them on TikTok, YouTube Shorts, everywhere, are old footage from like way back in the past, things that have already happened, and they're just adding a tag on the top, like a little bubble that says, oh, it's this date, when no, it's not. It's from like 10 years ago or 4 years ago or 5 years. We have cameras right now that are like indistinguishable. For the last 15 years, you can't tell when something took place because of the wide variety of phones, the wide variety of cameras. Like this camera right here, this is a cinematic camera. This is for filming movies on it. I'm using it to make YouTube videos, you know what I mean? I've got a basic lens on it instead of all the other ones that I've got. Like, you guys are going to be in for some really cool stuff once we get the subscriber base up and we build this community up, because like you just don't understand yet. We got whole lighting setups, we've got everything we need, green screens, we like multiple camera lenses, ND filters, all kinds of stuff. We got tripods, we got lavalier mics, we got everything that we need, guys. Cool stuff once we hit like 50k subs and whatnot, because I'll be able to actually take the time to utilize all this equipment. Yeah, that's a little bit before my time. I'm a 90s kid.
And it's why we cannot sensibly accept the insistence of Egyptologists that the Sphinx is just 4,500 years old. By all means, yes, 2,500 BC, the ancient Egyptians were there, but I believe they found the Sphinx already created and already heavily eroded, and that they then recarved its head into the head of a pharaoh. And that head, as Robert Schoch and others have pointed out, is way too small in relation to the body. That makes sense if it was a heavily eroded lion head, which was then later cut down into the head of a pharaoh. The geology speaks to the original Sphinx being more than 12,000 years old. You see it most clearly in the trench surrounding the Sphinx. You see it there.
Right.
Those deep vertical fissures are classic precipitation-induced weathering, classic weathering produced by rainfall pouring over the edge of that. You don't see it so much on the body of the Sphinx for a very specific reason, that the body of the Sphinx has been repeatedly restored. Some of those blocks that we're looking at there were actually put in place during the Old Kingdom, when the Sphinx is supposed to have been made from new.
Yeah, it's been repaired multiple times. That face has been carved down multiple times. It's changed to multiple faces, and that's why the front of the face is so much smaller than the back of the face, because every time they changed it, it got a little bit smaller, and I'm pretty sure they f***ed up at least once, you know. Oh, trust, we've been on this stuff, everyone. We've been on this stuff for like more than 30 years now.
The difference between an ordinary person and a spiritual adept is that the latter has an energy field which is highly activated and sacred geometrically structured. This makes available to them higher states of consciousness and other powers, which appear magical to ordinary people who are stuck in dense, toxic energy fields. For this reason, hidden traditions of initiation around the world train their students to understand where the key spiritual centers are in their energy field and how to activate them. The very top and bottom chakras along the central channel in our body, the crown, or Sahasrara center, and the base, or Muladhara center, are connected together in their own vertical vortex pair right on the central column itself. Our central column continues down from the perineum at the base of the abdomen to go between our legs and then below our feet into the earth to ground us, and also continues in the opposite direction above the human head to connect us to higher consciousness centers. The energy centers in our physical body can only hold a certain intensity level of power. Otherwise, their high level of voltage would burn out the smaller subtle energy circuits in the human body.
Yeah, Sally. What's up? Hey, how's it going? I'm gonna be like Tommy Lee. Hey, no pictures, no pictures.
Yo, is that Captain America?
No. That was great. I love it. It's pretty. If you ask me, if you're gonna pull it to that in college, I don't know. You got some issues. Alright, get up. What do you need? Anything, dude. Just... Oh shit. What about you, Bomber?
Get that, Rose. Get that. Rose, turn around. Get that.
Huh? Jay! What's up?
That's how I remember school right there.
Tag a friend who would be this ghost. Or would this be you?
Oh my god, whoa, what's this one doing? Are you okay? The gateway behind me just said SLUT.
This ghost gets way freakier at the
No.
It's coming up.
Oh my god, what is he doing? Did he just... It looked like he just smacked his own butt. He or she. Are you trying to scare me? There he is. There he is. He keeps coming over. Oh my god, did you see that? He reached his hand out and then a shadow went across the screen.
And a couple more sus messages
No.
from the spirit.
Alright, I think we're about done here. Satan. It just said Satan behind me on the other one. Why do you keep saying F you? The devil.
You said it's the devil. I don't claim any negative energy from that. That's obviously edited. They added in slapping sounds and everything. I see the comedic value, but like, come on. Who keeps sending me these things, man?
This random clip of a creature of an unknown origin has been trending on social media, and no one could seem to figure out what this animal is. They can't tell if it's an alien, they can't tell if it's a cat, they can't tell if it's another, hybrid creature. Nobody knows what it is.
It's like the ugliest hairless cat that I've ever seen.
Hold on to your hats, folks. Brace yourselves for a mind-blowing revelation that will shatter everything you thought you knew about our planet. Forget the age-old debates about the Earth's shape. What if I told you it's not just round or flat? Imagine a world where our Earth extends far beyond the 7 continents we've grown accustomed to. Picture this. Antarctica, that icy mystery at the bottom of the globe, isn't just a barren expanse. No, it's a colossal ice wall, concealing an astonishing secret. Beyond this frozen barrier lies a hidden realm of not just 7, but a whopping 20 additional continents. That's right, an entire map waiting to be unveiled. Now, envision a journey beyond the ice wall, where the intrepid explorer stumbles upon a treasure trove of uncharted lands. What if these hidden continents harbor prehistoric beasts, extraterrestrial beings, and advanced civilizations that have eluded our awareness for centuries? But the plot thickens. Whispers of a clandestine map circulate, revealing the existence of these hidden lands. Theories abound that these mysterious continents hold the key to astonishing discoveries, ancient creatures, otherworldly beings, and advanced societies that defy imagination. Hold on to your seat because there's more. Some speculate that the 7 continents we call home are nothing more than a massive farm or business venture. A select few powerful families allegedly control this vast enterprise, with the epicenter of their influence lying beyond the enigmatic ice wall. So buckle up for a wild ride through uncharted territories, hidden truths, and the possibility that our world is far more expansive, complex, and awe-inspiring than we ever dared to imagine.
People going overboard with the AI and stuff. It'd be kind of cool if there was a whole bunch of lands around, outside of an ice wall. It'd be super cool if we were told this and figured this out. That's a whole new world to explore, really. But I doubt it.
A new ruling means companies can be held responsible for AI responses on chatbots. Air Canada has been ordered to compensate a BC man because its chatbot gave him inaccurate information. The man relied on the bot to book a flight to go to his grandmother's funeral. He says it told him he could apply for bereavement rates after the flight, but he was later denied by Air Canada, saying its policy states bereavement cannot be claimed retroactively. The airline argued the chatbot is responsible for its own actions, but the Civil Resolution Tribunal ruled in the passenger's favor, awarding him more than $650 in damages.
Yeah, they should pay for his flight ×2.
Our planet is moving away from our sun at 6 inches a year. You guys know that. 15 centimeters a year, our planet is pushing away from the sun. So in less than 500 million years, our planet will be out of the Goldilocks zone. We'll be somewhere near where Mars is, somewhere halfway between there. So life will not be able to be sustained on this planet anymore. So if we're going to be able to sustain ourselves as a species, we have to become interstellar. Not just interplanetary, you have to become interstellar. But with approximations, you cannot become interstellar. You cannot become interstellar with a point that will take you all the way over here with a straight line when the actual event is taking place over here. When you're going 600 quadrillion miles, you can't make a mistake. You need precision. And that's what the math is about. These pieces predict the natural distribution of matter and the distribution of where you can find yourself in that space, and I'm confident behind it. For 40 years I've worked on this, and I think it's ready.
He says, I think it's ready. An interstellar species. I don't think that we're ready at all.
You might have heard some things about a Dyson sphere lately. What's up with that?
There's a new study that may suggest we are not alone.
A group of researchers say they've identified at least 7 stars that might be surrounded by super advanced alien megastructures known as Dyson spheres.
What if someday we could build a superstructure so big we could basically surround our sun and capture its energy directly?
What's up with Dyson spheres?
We are now officially in the middle of the shift. And what's happening is the old world is pulling on the new world. And that effect that is going on up there trickles down here to the earth. So you have this spiritual battle that is taking place. At the same time, the physical world is being removed. You may notice recently that you keep losing items around the house, or your belongings just keep disappearing and reappearing. This is the new normal. A lot of us are falling back on our family and friends. Even couples that have been together for years, they are finally breaking up. This is because of the shift that is happening. It's all about your conscious and vibration now. You have a left path and a right path. Your left path will be those who are still stuck in the third dimension. They are still stuck in this material realm, and they cannot think outside the box. Some souls come here and get trapped in this prison, but your whole goal is to ascend. You must break this mental lock and go higher. Now the path on the right, these would be all your people who are trying to grow and are shifting. They are always trying to expand their knowledge. They don't have this big ego and think they know it all. They love to grow. Now you must remember, we are all energy. Energy is everything. We are just living a human experience. The energy within is more important than your meat suit. You must continue to grow mentally. It's you that carry the torch for your family. You carry the torch for younger generations. And you must make the ascension and become an ascended master. You have a choice. We all do. And you must learn yourself before you can learn anything else. Ashe.
Not bad information. Guys, in the future, when you send me videos, because I get a lot of these clips in my email, in the future, when you send me videos, try to send me videos that don't already have music in the background, because it's a lot of work to try and cover it up or remove it so that it doesn't like strike a claim with some music company.
Just do your job.
Yeah, I found this other YouTuber.
Hey man, big dog, I need you, big dog, boy, look here. Boy, I need you bad, man. Shit, I need about 50, man. Shit. I've been out here, goddamn me, waiting to see what I come up with, goddamn me. I said, let me go see boss. Goddamn me. Shit. Yo, you don't do that for me, big dog. I need about 50. Man, it's too late, man, in the night, man. Shit, man, when you off this shit, it ain't never too goddamn late. This shit don't sleep.
Oh, he ain't lying though. I've met some people that mess with that crap, and no, they don't sleep, and they do be looking like that after a little bit.
It's no crack. No more tweaking.
Hey guys, do me a favor. Go and look up the game Splitgate 2. Grab that game, download it, and go on the events board and join the DJs team. Alright? Every kill you get is a point.
Have you ever heard of Lockheed Martin? Nah. So Lockheed Martin is the main manufacturer for missiles, weapons in America. They are the company that gives the government all our weapons.
Okay.
They're supposedly saying that Lockheed Martin has like a special group where they go out and retrieve crashed UFOs. And what they do is they'll take it and then they re-engineer it to make their own. What's also crazy is that the government don't know about it because they're afraid that the government takes it. So what they do is they keep it secret from the government. So they have their own military division, all that goes out and retrieves this stuff. And they also retrieve their own hovercrafts that they might have crashed. So imagine the best company that makes our weapons, what type of resource they have and what are they cooking up in them.
They're like always 30 years ahead.
So they at least 30
My
years
brother
ahead.
was telling me because when he was in the Air Force, he was like, their mask that they put on in the aircraft since like 2007.
Like when you're in the cockpit, it's a clear window, but when it goes in now, all the lines and all the stuff you see in games and stuff.
Yeah.
So you're not seeing the handle.
Really?
Yeah, when they're in jets, and that's why the jets cost so much money. Is because of the technology in it, and
That's
that's also
crazy.
why whenever they crash a jet and stuff, they're supposed to destroy.
Because they don't want the people getting
the technology. Yeah, exactly, and then re-engineering.
Yeah, he ain't lying though. So I don't know about y'all, but I specifically remember around like 2008, 2009, somewhere around there, they were on the news talking about military tech and equipment that they were using, and they legit showed like almost what looks like Master Chief's armor from Halo and said that it had hydraulic shocks and stuff in it. All this stuff that just, we don't see it anywhere. But it was on the news, and they were talking about our military uses it and has it.
Fire now.
Well, it's burning the whole fucking tank. Like the tank.
Oh
my
God, I got no film.
That was really cool, but I fear for what's in those containers that's on fire. What's toxic in that smoke right there.
Alright, y'all, look at the moon, man. This is right here. Look at this force field thing around it. Right? So okay, you can see it's pretty lit up over here, right? And then you come back over on this side and it's lit right over here. Like this side of the sky is lit as well. You can see it. My house is back there. But look at that. It's like dark back there, but it's like it's a flashlight. It's a flashlight, but again, this over here is a lot more brighter than the moon, than where the moon is. The total opposite is brighter than where the moon is at.
Do you live next to a major city? Because that could be the light of the city up in the sky, bro. It looked like a perfectly normal, peaceful night to me.
Hey guys, check out this amazing video of what looks like some type of interdimensional, extraterrestrial alien caught on video camera. This video is coming straight out of Long Island, New York, in the Brentwood area. A woman was coming home from work when suddenly she saw some orbs outside of her home. The orb sighting happened around 4 o'clock in the afternoon. Later on that night, she started seeing more orbs around 9:30. From 9:30 to 11 o'clock, things suddenly took a sharp turn, and her phone started sending her notifications from her Ring doorbell camera. This is the second video that I've posted with someone that has Ring doorbell camera footage of an extraterrestrial, and I gotta say, it's been very exciting to post these videos, knowing that there are things out there that people are unaware about. Many have seen these things, many haven't yet. But whatever this thing is, it also looks like an extraterrestrial gray, which is possibly a cyborg, robotic extraterrestrial. The homeowner cannot figure out what this is, but we could see it walking very slowly in front of the camera as it carries a luminous light. What do you guys think this is? Comment below, don't forget to repost.
Looks like a demon to me. Or an AI filter, and it's a girl that has 2 little pom-pom hair things up on her head. Is that the sun rising in between mountains off of land?
Tower of Babel is one of my favorite stories from the Bible because I think there's actually some evidence for this occurring, and I think it's different than what most people think. So we always visualize and see it depicted in artwork of being this giant stone tower that goes up, and this idea that they were trying to actually physically climb it like a skyscraper to get up to heaven to reach God, which is kind of silly. It makes a lot more sense if you start thinking of this as like a Stargate or something. So we have to ask ourselves, where was the Tower of Babel? Where Babylon was actually in Iraq, what we would call Iraq today. So Iraq is what we would call in the Bible Babylon. So what would be in Babylon or Iraq today that matches? Well, this is the ziggurat of Ur. Okay, so this is an ancient Mesopotamian temple. And look at these ramps that go up, and notice how the top of this makes it obvious that this whole giant section here that you see is actually just the foundation or the base. And you can clearly see when you get an overhead view that there was some kind of a tower that went off of the top. And this is where it gets really fascinating. These giant ramps go up, and then it looks like there probably was a huge tower that extended up off of the top. And this is in actual Babylon, and it all makes sense. They estimate that that might be what it really looked like. But here's where it gets weird. Hillary Clinton, over her period from 2003, I think, up to 2013, they actually submitted a request to try and go find the resurrection chambers of Gilgamesh. And they went to none other than Iraq, and they went into the ziggurat there in Iraq. So it makes you wonder, what were they looking for? The resurrection chambers of Gilgamesh and the bodies of the buried Nephilim. So here are soldiers in Iraq going in to the ziggurat in Iraq, and you have to wonder what was really buried underneath the Tower of Babel. And is this actually what the Tower of Babel actually was? And when you look at the history of it, Saddam Hussein's forces were there for a long time, and then the US military took over in 2003, and now there's even an Air Force base outside there.
That is super interesting.
Well, the reason you hear a lot of us at this point just saying, wake up, wake up, wake up, is because we're literally shaking you. All right, because all of our videos that we've posted explaining all this stuff, they get taken down. And we've
not so much the last few months, though.
I've noticed that a lot of my videos that I'm talking about, a lot of this stuff, they're not really getting taken down anymore. So I'm going to attempt to give you a crash course. We'll see how far it goes. When you were born, when you incarnated on this earth, whatever it is that you believe happens here, when you got here, you were born into slavery. You were born into a system where when you come out of the womb, all right, so see your fetus and your placenta are one biological estate. That placenta is your life force. Like it is literally, it holds the stem cells and all the nutrients, the good stuff that your body needs. When you're born, they cut that away. They tell you that they have to cut it, or there's a possibility of the female hemorrhaging. But they still deliver the placenta the same way. Right? Once you're out, they poke you, they prod you. You come out in these bright lights in this cold room, and they put your feet print on a contract, thus showing that you were born into Admiralty Maritime Law, showing that your feet print hit a paper contract before you ever touched the land with your feet. There's a lot of trickery at play here, and most folks just aren't ready to wake up to it. Everyone thinks, oh, this is woo-woo. No, this is real shit. See, the people who are in charge of all this, they believe in it whether you do or you don't.
Mm-hmm.
And they're getting away with it. They've been getting away with it for years. So, you're born. Like, once you're born, they create something called a SESTA QV trust fund on your social security number and your ens legis, your birth name, and your straw man. All this stuff's created when you're born. Anybody born from 1933 to 1975 was bonded for $500,000 and insured for $1 million. Anybody from 75 to now that was born was bonded for $1 million and insured for $2 million. Throughout your life, everything that uses your social security number is tapping into that federal fund, that fund that the Treasury holds. If you go to a bank to get a house or a car, even if you get denied, the bank gets the money. Like this is supposed to be the land of the free. You're supposed to be able to just go get what you need, what you want, and create the life that you want to live. But humanity was hijacked by really shitty people. And then, that's kind of just, that's one theory that just makes more sense to me than everything they've told us. Or we're all just living in hell.
Yeah, it could be the latter, to be honest with you. I don't know. That is a lot of information in a few minutes. Alrighty, well, that's all we have for today, everybody. I hope you had a good time hanging out watching these videos. I had a pretty good time hanging out watching these videos, some unique ones today. Go ahead and do me a favor if you haven't already. Drop some comments down below. Hit the like button and hit the subscribe button down below. Do me a favor so that we can get into the algorithm and get our videos seen a whole lot more and expand our community with like-minded people. I hope everyone has a great rest of your day, morning, afternoon, evening, whatever it may be for you. And until next time, peace.